Hi, I'm Kerry Lord from TOFT. This video forms part of a series to accompany the Edwards Crochet kits, patterns and books. In this video, I'm going to cover a basic colour change. So when you're moving from one colour cleanly to another colour, what you would do the first time you're going to do something that looks very good, but actually is very, very simple. So at the moment I'm working in TOFT Camel in a chunky yarn. That's what I've been working this first piece in. And say I'm going to make a transition or a swap to working in silver, maybe doing some stripes. What I need to do is to colour change by putting my hook in through the next stitch, as we have been doing, yarning over to this point where I've got 2 loops on the hook, just as part of your normal double crochet in that stitch. And then all we're going to do is finish off the stitch with the new colour. So I've got 2 loops on my hook, yarn over with my silver, so my new colour that I'm putting in, and finish the stitch off. From that point onwards, I'm in my new colour. Now you've got a choice at the back. If you're returning to your colour, so say I'm going to do a single round stripe in this colour, and then I'm going to come back to the other one, I would just leave my yarn in the back and then be able to pick up the camel again as I get back round, which I'll show you. If I'm making a clean transition, so say I've done the bottom of the legs, the hooves effectively in one colour, and I'm moving to another colour, then you can just cut that yarn off. You could knot it or tie it at the back if you wanted to, or you can just leave it if you leave a long enough end. So say I'm coming around this circle, working in my other colour. When I get back to this point here, I'll be working the last stitch, and if I'm swapping back to camel, at this point again where I've got 2 loops on my hook, so at this stage of your double crochet stitch, just pick your camel up, so your first colour, and finish that stitch off before you then move to working in that colour again. So say we weren't going to do that, say that I'm just doing that 1 stitch round of silver, what I could choose to do would be to snip that yarn off where I've worked that 1 round of silver, and I could always knot the ends in at the back so that there's no chance of them becoming unravelled. So I could just pop those over each other and pull that knot tight. So I'll just show that one more time. I'm moving back to camel for a round, and then just as part of my normal double crochet stitch, I'll be swapping back to silver. The reason why I recommend doing it at this stage of the stitch is firstly it knots it in a little bit more, so you can get away with not having to tie an extra knot in the back. The other reason is that it gives you a clean step between one colour to the next colour. When you're doing this style of crochet, amigurumi style, generally you are working in a constant spiral. You certainly are with all of the Edwards patterns, so you're working in a non-stop spiral. What that means is you will get a colour jog. So say I'm going to swap back here, put my hook in, yarn over to this point where I've got 2 loops, and then I would be swapping back to my other colour again if I was going to swap back, like that. But what you will get is a natural jog of colour. That's something that I embrace rather than reject, is the fact that you will get that step up. I think we need to all remember that animals are quite asymmetric, and they don't have beautifully aligned lines and patterns either. So everyone will forgive you a slight jog in your work as you're going round. There is a more advanced technique where you can get rid of that, and you can watch another video for that, but it's going to slow you down and isn't a technique that I would usually recommend in my patterns.